Well, for most of us, laundry is a chore, but for one guy in Minnesota, it is a passion. Patric Richardson is known as the laundry guy, and he's now using his talents to clean just about anything in a new series on Discovery Plus. Look.
So here's the blanket, and as you can see, it kind of sticks. You can hear it, you can touch it. It kind of has this plastic feel, and it sticks together almost like it's got a static cling to it.
The blanket feels like plastic. It doesn't even really feel like fabric. It has been washed with some sort of very strong detergent and some strong fabric softener that has not washed out of it. I have never seen a synthetic yarn react like this.
Patric is helping people preserve treasured items in his new show, The Laundry Guy, that starts streaming on Wednesday. And we are delighted to welcome Patric to the show. Good morning, Patric.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm well. Okay, I always like a good Discovery story, no pun intended. How did Discovery find out about you?
Well, it's really funny. I used to teach laundry camp in my store in Mall of America, and one of the producers was invited by one of her friends, and she came to laundry camp. She thought it was so much fun that she asked me if I'd be willing to talk about a show. And so, fast forward 3 years and here we are.
Yeah, and shameless plug, Mona Williams is the store. It's a great store. Go support Patric. I believe, we have something in common. I believe all good things start with grandmas. And correct me if I'm wrong, Patric, but your love of laundry started with your grandma. Am I right?
Absolutely. I mean, we both love grandmothers, right?
Yes.
So it's a great starting point. Yeah, one of my earliest memories was when I was about 2.5, was handing clothespins to my grandmother as she was putting clothes on the clothesline. And I know it was about then because that year when I turned 3, Santa brought me a washing machine for Christmas. So I know I was about 2.5 when that happened.
Oh, I love it. And then your love. When did you realize that you were pretty good at it, though?
She was really good at it. So I guess, when I went to college, I studied merchandising and textiles at University of Kentucky, and I realized that I knew a lot more than other students that I was in class with. And I was asking my professors for kind of like advanced help. So then from that point on, it was just kind of trial and error with sort of my own wardrobe. It kind of, I got to that point where I was pretty confident to tell other people how to wash just about anything. And,
yeah.
Hence that's how I started selling laundry products and then started doing laundry camp.
Grandmas always have the best tips. Like, mine, my one grandma helped teach me how to make biscuits. My grandma Mazak taught me how to cook other things. What was your favorite tip from your grandma as far as laundry? Did she have one of those great grandma secret concoctions or tricks?
She had several, but really, I mean, I'm going to give you 2 because I can't give you one.
Yeah.
Because one is a laundry tip. The one laundry tip that she said was, you can get it out. Like, she believed she could always get a stain out, and sometimes you just had to kind of try and do it. But, the best tip that I took from her is she would wear anything she owned. She was fearless because she felt like that she could take care of her laundry. And so, she was never like the person to save that special thing because, she knew that she could take care of it.
Well, and I love this too, Patric, because when I was reading the concept of the show, I was like, wow, this is a good idea, but how do you kind of make a show about it? And you have, and I was like, and it seems so obvious and such a great idea. Not only are you giving tips, but you're hearing the stories behind the items, right?
Right, and to be honest, that's the best part of the show. I mean, I'd like to say I'm fun to watch, but truthfully, it's all those people with those, incredible stories and those beautiful objects. I mean, that is the part of the show that's really fun, is hearing, why somebody, saved something. I mean, there's an episode where there's a wedding dress that was in a closet during a fire. And, I was amazed that she even kept it. But I was glad she did because, we were able to kind of bring it back.
The producers gave me, I love this quote from you, Patric. We wear our life stories. I really, really like that. I think whether it is an outfit or we were looking at that clip there, whether it's a quilt, that is your life. That's the life you've led.
Right. It's part of your history. And, it's so sad that somebody would lose a piece of their history just because, of a stain or something.
Are you afraid because these items are so valuable? And I know you're an expert, but while you're doing it, are you ever like, oh my goodness, I hope I don't ruin this? Do you ever have any anxiety?
Oh my gosh, every single time. Because the thing is, I've sat down and talked to this person, and this was the dress that her mother made to wear to her own wedding, or my grandmother made this dress for me, or the clip you showed was a blanket made by her grandmother. People are entrusting me with like something incredibly precious to them. Yeah, every single time I'm a nervous wreck.
Well, The Laundry Guy premieres Wednesday on Discovery Plus. You know how we love Discovery Plus around here. Patrick is sticking around after the break. More of his laundry tips. I actually have something that happened yesterday I'm going to ask him about. And we'll talk about his new book as well. That and more when we return. Back after this. Mona Williams.
The first thing that I want to focus on is all of these little dots, the pilling on the front of the jacket.
What causes that, by the way?
We have this idea that it happens to less expensive fabrics or less durable fabrics, and it's actually the opposite is true. Fabrics like wool, they're so strong that they don't break. When they twist the wool into yarn, all those little hairs stick out. As you wore this jacket, wherever you would rub it, you rub those little fibers into a knot, and the fabric is so durable they can't fall off. And that's what creates pilling.
The ever-present problem of pilling. It's another clip from The Laundry Guy premiering Wednesday on Discovery Plus. Patrick is sticking around, the laundry guy himself, Patric Richardson. Okay, you have a new book out too called Laundry Love. Great title. You say that you can wash anything in a washing machine. Don't be afraid. Is that right?
Absolutely. Everything will go in the washing machine.
No, there's nothing off limits.
No, the only thing I can think of that's off limits is something so big that you have to take it to like a commercial washing machine, like a wedding dress or something. But otherwise,
what are and I know this is dependent on the situation, but what are some of the toughest stains to get out?
Probably what I would call the big three would be red wine, barbecue sauce, or lipstick. Believe it or not, you treat them the exact same way. And then, of course, the one that everybody asks me about is perspiration.
Yeah. Okay, you said you get rid of all three the same way. Would you mind telling us what is the way to get rid of the big three?
Okay, to get rid of the big three, well, it's a couple of different things. For red wine, you use oxygen bleach, and oxygen bleach is completely color safe. So you could use it on, any color, and it'll lift red wine. For barbecue sauce and lipstick, you spray it with vinegar and water, kind of wipe it off, and then you can scrub it with soap and a brush and it'll come right out. For perspiration, you mix oily soap and oxygen bleach and set it on, let it sit for a half an hour, and then run hot water through it, and it's gone.
Okay,
Super
Pat,
easy.
I have a challenge for you. So yesterday, I had some chicken wings. I know that shocks people, but I got a little grease on my jeans. How do you get, and I immediately put club soda, and I didn't rub, I dabbed, because I was told that's what you do, you don't rub, but it's still kind of there. How do you get grease out?
The easiest thing is spray them with vinegar and water. A mixture of 50 white vinegar, 50 water, and then just rub it with a brush or something. It'll come right out. Super easy.
Okay.
The vinegar is so acidic that it will actually break down the oil, the grease in the wings.
Okay, life-changing right there. That is life-changing. What's the biggest, Patrick, and another general question, but what are some of the biggest mistakes that you see people making with laundry in general?
Oh, the two big right off the bat is people use cold water. They should use warm. And they use way too much detergent.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we think more is better for detergent, but if it won't rinse out completely, like a lot of times people come to me with crunchy towels, and it's because detergent is left. The manufacturers tell you should use about this much. You should really be using about that much because it'll totally get the clothes clean. And then once it rinses completely, you get the fabric back. And the warm water helps activate the detergent and allows you to go to a shorter cycle.
You are changing lives right here. Yeah, I can see. I always love knowing when there's a moment where people are going, I didn't know that. You've mentioned some of them like oxygen bleach. What should every laundry room have? So give me some of your favorite tools.
A spray bottle of vinegar and water, a horsehair brush, a bar of laundry soap, a plant-based laundry detergent, and the funny one is a spray bottle of vodka.
Okay, Patrick, isn't that a waste? I mean, I'm just joking. I'm kidding, Patrick. No, why vodka?
Vodka will remove the odor from anything. And a lot of times, like, you may want to wash, like, let's say that you wore your suit to, a restaurant and you left and it smelled like the restaurant. There's no reason to launder it. You can spray it with vodka and it'll bring it right back. It'll remove that odor. It also works like around a campfire or if you're standing next to a smoker, and then you don't have to wash it at all.
Is it color safe, Patrick?
Vodka's totally color safe. You could really dry clean in it if you wanted to. But the trick is use cheap vodka. Save the really good vodka for the grapefruit juice.
See, thank you. Thank you. You get an applause for that, Patrick. Don't you guys be using Kettle One for that crap. Anyway, hey, we'll end how we began. You mentioned the laundry camps in the beginning. Are they coming back?
They're coming back as soon as I possibly can. I'm trying to figure out how to do them on Zoom.
Patrick's a little busy, everyone. A little busy. Book, show, everything. Well, I so appreciate you being here. Will you please come back and see us sometime?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me on.
Great. Thank you. Continued success. Once again, look for his new show, The Laundry Guy, which starts streaming. And there's the book right there, Laundry Love, Finding Joy in a Common Chore. And laundry, and the show, The Laundry Guy, is available Wednesday on Discovery Plus. I will be watching that, believe me.